1 minute, I'm on the plane. The next, I'm being pulled off, lined up, and photographed like a criminal. I'm Ben, and to this day, I still don't know why. Here's what happened. There we were, sitting comfortably on our flight from Split, Croatia to Rome, ready for a smooth journey to Dubai. Bags in the overhead, seatbelts on, already thinking about what overpriced snack I was gonna get in Rome. And then boom, chaos. The flight was already delayed once, but no big deal, right? Happens all the time. At 4:05, we finally got on board thinking, okay, we're only a little behind schedule, we'll still make it. And then we sat on the tarmac for an hour. At 5 o'clock, the pilot comes on the PA and says, we have to get off the plane because of an ID issue with a passenger. I'm sorry, what? Next thing we know, we're herded onto buses, and I'm thinking, okay, small inconvenience, no big deal. No, because as soon as we step off the bus, flash, flash, the police are photographing every single one of us. Like, what is happening? No one tells us anything. Kids are crying, parents freaking out, and me, I'm just standing there like, am I about to end up on some no-fly list? And then, when you think it couldn't get any worse, we get marched into a security room for a full body scan and bag search. At this point, I was convinced there had to be some kind of criminal mastermind on board. Fugitive, terrorist, some guy with a fake passport, who was it? By 7:15, we were locked in a room and told, there's a delay, refreshments will be provided at 8:15. No explanation, no updates, just sit tight, don't ask questions. Oh. And no Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi, no updates, just me, my thoughts, and a growing sense of despair. I checked the walls for tally marks. Nope, not yet. But seriously, if you've ever been stranded at an airport, what's the worst thing that happened to you? Did you miss a flight? Lose your luggage? Get stuck overnight? Drop your horror story in the comments. I need to know I'm not alone in this. By 8:15, there were no refreshments, no updates, nothing. I turn on my data roaming because honestly, what other choice did I have? And guess what? Google knew more than the airport staff. Our flight to Rome rescheduled to 10 p.m. Our connection to Dubai was at 10:05. You see the problem? At this point, I realized if I waited for airport staff to tell me anything, I might as well start looking for apartments in Split because we were never leaving. So I called my travel agent and said, book me the next available flight to Dubai, which of course was at 11:30 a.m. the next day. And because this was now technically within the 3-hour check-in period, no show fees, rebooking fees, extra costs all round. Fantastic, right? At 9:15, an airport staff member finally shows up and tells us, you'll need to contact the airline to arrange overnight accommodation in Rome. Except there were no airline staff in sight, and their customer service line, it closed at 9 p.m. After hours of delays, being treated like criminals and knowing less about my own flight than Google did, I had to book my own hotel because at this point, I was done. Still trapped in that soulless, white room in Split Airport, surrounded by a sea of exhausted, angry, and deeply confused travellers, I wondered if we'd just been forgotten entirely. Then, after what felt like a lifetime, an announcement. New flight to Rome. No explanation, no apology, just go. I didn't care if we flew there, swam there, or had to hitchhike across the Adriatic. I just wanted to get to Italy, find my newly booked hotel, and collapse face first onto the bed like a broken traveller in a budget airline drama. At 10 p.m, we finally took off from Split. Did we ever get an explanation? Nope. Was it all a giant, unexplained mystery? Yes. And you know what? Maybe that's for the best. Maybe we dodged a disaster. Or maybe someone on that plane wasn't supposed to be there. I guess we'll never know. But what I do know, Daniel's hot air balloon disaster makes this look like a dream because he literally thought he was about to die in a basket dangling over a mountain. Watch his story here.